Yeah.
Work, 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 work. You make me work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Cause I'm made for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the cafe, Martell, ta, 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 ta. Drive me a dessert. Nothing to have you learn.
Hi, you here for Hot Tea. Thank you all so much for 1,500 subs. Let's keep it rolling. I'm so excited and I'm so happy that you guys like my content. I am having a blast here. So thank you all so much. And I wanted to make this video because I told you all we have to pay attention to Martell's tricks and games. This is not a joke. He is harassing Melody. That's how I feel. The way that he has been behaving throughout this entire process of the separation between him and Melody is extremely disheartening and heartbreaking, considering the fact that he is the cause of all of this. He likes to say that Melody is such a bad person. She cheated on him. She wasn't giving him fellatio. You know, she's not a good mom, this, that, and a third. Yet, you know, he isn't such a great person himself. He lied about not going to jail, allegedly, even though, be for real, you know, you can't sue me for that. And you know, I just find the way that he has, you know, been I find the way that he has been acting throughout this entire process is just extremely telling, which is why, you know, it really breaks my heart that we also have women that continues to gaslight him and continues to say that he's such a good father and he's such a good this, when the history of who he is isn't really great. At the end of the day, if you go back and you just watch everything, look at the videos and compare the history of when he was with Mel and Ariane, it is extremely nasty and crazy and wicked the way that he lied and put on this front in this show. Like, you guys are going to even see a clip that I inserted in this video of him gifting Mel a push present. The whole time he was cheating with Ariane, and, you know, the girl was, you know, about to be, the boy was finna be born at some point. You know what I mean? So I just think that is disgusting. Or the boy was getting conceived. But so yes, you guys, y'all let me know in the comments, you know, what you guys think about this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Individual's name, it opens up everything that every public record regarding that individual. And an individual named Martell HOLT was convicted of possession of burglary tools in 2007 in Morgan County, Alabama. That's a matter of public record. The individual went to trial, was convicted by a jury, was sentenced to 10 years, but that sentence was suspended and they were placed on 3 years probation. At the end of that probationary term, and about 7 years later, that individual applied and got a pardon from the Bureau of Pardon and Paroles in 2017.
More out there, people want to make up certain things, and then just to say that I'm incarcerated for abusing somebody, that's worse. So that's the reason I have to go the extra mile by coming on live. And then
your show is the #1 show. Like, why? It's
yeah. That's unfortunate that you've been talked about since the inception of the show, and you have not been able to make it.
Okay, guys, so some of you probably watched my mannerisms video, and I put in there that I thought Martell was evil and that he gives Coleslaw these little seeds and allow them to grow in her delusional head. And so he's like, oh, you've been talked about on the show, but who's really talked about this woman on the show? He has consistently had conversations about Ariane in a very demeaning, disrespectful way, and she has not yet, you know, given him that same energy like she likes to give Mel. When all Mel does is talk about her experience in her toxic relationship with a narcissist like Martel, allegedly, which included infidelity with her. And so just look, notice how she just quick to cut him off to just go on and on and on about the show. You guys can see that in my other video. I kind of just stopped it so you guys can get my point.
Yeah, you're right.
But more than hearing, man, I've been seeing y'all go crazy on social media. Like, what is all that about? I'm in like a couple little groups or whatever, and they have.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, those groups are.
Them groups be killing me, I heard.
They on you. They're on you. They are on you, dog.
Like, what they be talking about?
They are coming with all sorts of screenshots. My God.
Oh, yeah, tearing me up.
Right. Did you see that somebody beat her car up? Spray painted her car, did something to her car.
Yeah. But I tell you what, at the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna let nobody come between my family and I, our happiness.
That's good, man.
Yeah, we did our dirt.
Right.
But the thing is, you don't disrespect my wife, though, you know? That's why I called her peasant at the beginning. Nobody knows that.
You think she felt like she might have been disrespected?
For me to say something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And it might be lashing back.
Man.
And this is why I say you have to watch men like Martell, because they want to pull the trickaroo on you right up under your nose. Ariane wouldn't have the nerve to disrespect your wife if you didn't disrespect her by stepping out of your relationship or of your marriage with Coleslaw. And on top of that, and I don't even know why I'm respecting her by calling her Ariane. She's Coleslaw, the bird. But on top of that, you go and you deliver all of your wife's personal information and secrets to the bird, Coleslaw. So that's why she feels the need to be disrespectful.
Obviously, I know her and a few of her associates.
Yeah.
It seems kind of a little bit outside of her character. I actually happen to know the young lady in question. There was this restaurant/bar that all of us used to go to and hang out, and she worked there. I found out about Martell's mistress when the rest of the world found out.
I don't believe him or Tisha or Marceau or any of them. I think they all knew and they were all in on it, which is why Melody has the energy that she has with them. You guys have to really pay attention.
And when I found out who, I was shocked even more.
It has come to an end.
I hope so.
Man, listen, I gave that time too much time. You know what I'm talking about?
Gotcha.
So I'm moving forward from all of that, man. Period. Well, I feel that we're still working through things because what I put her through is not easy to get over. But she's genuinely happy now. She's genuinely smiling. We're genuinely working together. We're limiting, the bickering, things of that nature, what came with the infidelity. A lot of the horrific times, I mean, it came with dealing with another person being involved in our marriage, you know? And then too, a lot of the crazy things came with her contacting my wife, and that put my wife in a place where she looked at me a different way as well.
Who would feel the pain if your marriage was destroyed?
My children, my wife, myself. Yeah. My entire family would feel it.
Your entire family would feel that.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, it is.
It's over.
It is. Ultimately, my behavior was wrecking my marriage. I understand that. I totally agree with Dr. Francis. I feel that I was totally at fault because I know what I've done wrong and I know how I'm gonna fix it.
So you never asked him to leave his wife for you?
I never asked him to leave his wife for me, but when I realized that I was trying to break away from him and he was not trying to let go, that's when I was like, well, if you're so unhappy, leave her. I have said that before. I used to have conversations with him about, the kids being raised, in two-parent households. I understood that completely. I was never pressuring the issue, ever. I have never pressured him.
Was it convenient to date someone who was married, who wouldn't mind splurging on you, per se? The purses, the bags, the trips, the cars, I
would say it was convenient, but it was never, that's not what I was in it for.
Okay.
I just feel...
Pause. See, this is why I have to do these videos, because if you do not pay attention closely to these people, they will try to pull the trickaroo on you. So you weren't in it because, so she never had any intentions on, telling him to leave his family. As she states in this video, she says that, she was never pressed on him leaving his family. But in the same breath, you say, you weren't in it just for like the perks, or it was convenient, but you weren't in it for the things that come with it. So you have to ask yourself, ma'am, Bird, why is it that you're inserting yourself in these people's marriages? I'm saying marriage. Why is it that you're inserting yourself in these people's marriage in the manner in which you have, if there wasn't an end goal? So you mean to tell me that you didn't really have a plan? You were just comfortable with the demise of a black family, your role in the demise of a black family? Like, you guys have to, and this is why I don't plan on ever giving her grace or slacking up on her. Because she's not an honest person. She's not accountable. And also she's wicked. Very, very wicked. What is it that you wanted out of this? You know what I mean? She's not saying much of anything. The only thing that I got from this is the fact that she wasn't pressed on him leaving his wife because of the perks that came with it. But she also did want him to leave his wife, but not really. But you weren't really in it for the things that came with it. So you were in it for the destruction of a black family. That's it. That's all.
I end up getting caught up because of me and Martell's connection. But I'm not going to say I was just in it for that. But Martell was good to me. He helped me out a lot. Yeah.
When you say help you out, like how?
He helped me out a lot. We're going to leave it there. I mean, for me to have a child was, and I don't want to say it just kind of happened, but it did just kind of happen.
This wasn't your first time being pregnant by him?
No, it wasn't my first time being pregnant by him.
How many times were you pregnant by?
Twice.
And did he pay or you paid for the...
One time I miscarried.
Okay. I apologize about that.
But the second time, he paid.
Okay.
And he didn't force me. It was my decision. We were pregnant at the same time.
You and Melody?
Mm-hmm.
With her baby before the last baby?
Mm-hmm. We were pregnant at the same time.
Wow.
That girl. They didn't have that girl. So they had to just keep on using and playing and, doing all that other extra stuff that they're continuing to do.
Dang. Somebody said, are you pregnant? Dang. Boy, people say anything. Yeah. Hey, y'all, mess sells.
Y'all have to remind me to insert the Medea clip when I'm speaking about Martell. When she's like, you gotta watch. You gotta watch, because y'all have to watch them. They will pull the trickaroo. So he's like, oh, mess sells. But it's not far-fetched, seeing as though she was pregnant by you multiple times, which is why I wanted to insert that clip, you guys, because they try to act like we so delusional. They try to act like we cannot put two and two together.
We were pregnant at the same time.
You and Melody?
Mm-hmm.
With her baby before the last baby?
Mm-hmm. We were pregnant at the same
What's real
time.
is,
wow.
Martell ain't finna be going to jail for nothing. And again, 20 years ago, I didn't go to jail. Somebody said I went to jail. No, I didn't go to jail.
So if he can blatantly lie about a mugshot of him and he was on the news, y'all, he would lie about anything if we do not pull the proof and the receipts. So the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville is about to start, and I am making it my duty to make sure we never forget who Martell and Ariane really are, because I've noticed the bloggers want to slack up on them, and I get it. I'm not for bullying, but we are not going to just bypass their actions. These people are evil and wicked. That is how I truly feel. I continue to repeat that because those are the actions that they have continued to show us throughout the time. Even so much so, even in Ariane's last live, or the last few times they've been on live, she's taken every opportunity to throw a dig at Mel. And it's weird, but I was watching a YouTuber. Her name is like Mocha or I forget her name, but y'all, I'm actually going to leave a link down below because she was talking about the spiritual warfare when it comes to what it is, the spiritual creation that they have brought in, the boy. And I wholeheartedly agree. The boy was created in chaos. And she also said something to the extent of, Ariane is going to always have a connection to Melody, and Melody will never have a connection to Ariane because Ariane inserted herself in their union. So when they were having sex, her and Martel, they were creating these soul ties, which is why Ariane has this odd obsession with Melody. And y'all, she is onto something. But I don't like to come on YouTube that deep with y'all because people are really delusional. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I don't talk too much about the boy. But I totally believe a child born in chaos is a reflection of their parents' decisions and traumas. That's all I'll say.
No, I've never been behind those bars. Lord, please.
You ain't gonna.
Again, they will pull the trickaroo on you. Martell really think he is somebody that he isn't. But this article reads, authorities spent the New Year's holiday tracking robbers in a family of potential burglars. One suspect worked as a jailer at Madison County Jail. Princeville Police Chief Billy Peebles said. Morgan County Sheriff's Department Chief Deputy Mike Corley said there were 2 robberies at Lacey Spring and an attempt burglary in Princeville over New Year's Eve night and New Year's morning. The burglary led to a foot chase and arrest of 4 suspects. The mayhem started Saturday night, New Year's Eve, when a man with a handgun took money from the food mart on US 231 at Lacey's Spring. Corley said then 4 individuals allegedly tried to break into an automated teller machine in Princeville. People said authorities captured the 4 people said when Princeville CPL Rick Williams surprised the 2 men cutting the telephone wire at Regions Bank and Footland Shopping Center on Alabama 67. Williams was on routine patrol around about 3 a.m. when he saw 2 men dressed in black. No doubt they were after the ATM cash dispenser at the bank, people said. The men ran and Williams chased them into Veterans Park before they eluded him. People said Williams called for backup. About 2 hours later, Morgan County deputies found a suspect in a ditch behind McDonald's, people said. Sorry, y'all. I have scratches all on my other phone that I'm reading from. But it also says, according to the Morgan County jail records, these 2 suspects are Samuel Holt, 37, of 3509 Incline Road, Huntsville, and Rashawn Joel Carter, 27 of 3603 Marymount Drive, Huntsville. Williams also located a suspicious car in the parking lot between Veterans Park and the shopping center that contained burglary tools. People said it was a rental car from Madison. During that time, a second vehicle pulled up, one that Williams had noticed in the area earlier that morning. In the car, Williams found Martell Holt, 23, of 6500 Wood Lane, Huntsville, and Deborah Holt, 44, of 3302 Horseshoe Trail Drive, Orange Park. Both wore black. They claimed the parked belonged to the parked car. Y'all, the scratches in my phone. But they claimed the parked car belonged to a friend whom they were to meet. People said, he said Martell Holt, the jailer in Madison County Jail, had called in sick to get off to work. People said Williams became suspicious because Deborah Holt had a police scanner in her bot, and she and Martell Holt had a 2-way walkie-talkie. Like a walkie-talkie, y'all. So people said Samuel Holt is Deborah Holt's husband and Martell Holt's uncle. Princeville police charged all 4 possessions of burglary tools and transferred them to Morgan County Jail. Police also charged Deborah Holt with 4 counts of insufficient funds. She is out of jail on a $101,000 bond. The other 3 are out of jail on a $100,000 bond Corley said one of the four is a suspect of the Food Mart robbery. The investigation is continuing. He said the sheriff's department received a description that the armed robbery was a black male about 6 feet tall who wore a white do-rag and dark clothes. Corley said, and in an unrelated robbery, a man armed with a knife took money from Bud's convenience store at Alabama. So that's just something else. But as you can see, these are the HOLTs, y'all. These are the HOLTs.
I was stupid. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
Let's see what this is, baby.
What is this? For
It's
the
a
baby?
treat. I don't think it's edible though.
You edible.
But no, this is a push gift.
A push gift?
Yeah. So this is a gift given for, for us to remember this moment.
Really? You got me a push gift?
Yes. So this is a tennis bracelet.
Martell.
Well deserving.
You gonna make me cry.
Well, don't cry.
No, why'd you do that?
Because it's something that you know that you deserve. And I hate myself for everything I put you through. You don't deserve it. So the thing is, I really want to be everything that you want your husband to be, Like I always said, the day I met you, that I know God put us together. And for better or worse, you showed me that you're gonna be there. And this is just a small token. I love you, okay?
When I think of for better or for worse, I think of the first thing, the acknowledgement that there are going to be some times that aren't always great. I really hope that this positive place that my marriage is in will last. I am optimistic about that.
I mean, we've both been going through hell this past, 2 years for real. And God showed me that's not what he wants for us. I'm turning things around.
I was done with Martel. I was not talking to him no more. He shows up at my apartment. At this point, I'm in love.
Okay.
Let's be honest. And he's like, I don't even want to come in. I just want to talk to you. And he kneels down and he's just staring into my eyes and my heart is melting.
You let him in?
I ended up letting him in. But at that moment, just for him to just try to be like, I don't even want to come in. I just want to talk to you. Just reeling me back in,
Martell never really tried. Martell wanted to have Melody and Ariane because he knew that he couldn't afford his lifestyle without Melody. And I think Ariane just made him feel good because he is less than. So he has to get somebody that makes him feel adequate enough for where he is in life. And that is what Ariane did to him. But at the end of the day, how basic of a woman do you have to be to let something like what Martell did to Ariane, coming to her house and getting on his knees, sweep you off your feet? That shows me where her self-esteem level is, because these men do anything, like anything. A man straight up told me that he would off himself if I broke up with him. And, well, bye. I'm sorry, y'all, please. I'm sorry. But what I mean is men will do things to be extremely manipulative. They would say any and everything to keep you on their team, especially if you make them feel good or if you stroke their ego. And I think that's what she did for him. She stroked his ego. She made him feel smarter than what he really is. She makes him feel masculine than what he really is. And that's why he keeps her around. Furthermore, Ariane, where's your daddy? Where's your daddy? Because like, what's up? Like, something like that will make you sweep you off your feet. And I'm sorry, y'all, maybe it's me, but that lets me know everything that I need to know. Ariane is not that girl. She knows she's not that girl. You let something like that sweep you off your feet. She didn't say he came with flowers or a tennis bracelet or anything like that. So you rocking with another woman's husband, getting swept off your feet. He coming to you, kneeling on his knees. Like, that you're not that girl. You're not that girl. And you don't get attention from men like you claim you do, or else you would be able to walk on. Like, Martell isn't even fine. And if you can get somebody like Martell, then you can get somebody with more money. But she knows which is why, again, she don't have nobody like Martell, like, as her, and she's his number one. She is playing second to somebody like Martell, right? So again, she's not that girl. You let a loser, because Martell is a loser. You let a loser sweep you off your feet, girl. And you stayed even after what she is going to say in this video. He let his ex-wife choose. She thought she had one up because she's like, oh, he told her to choose that because he said he wasn't going to leave. He wasn't going to stop messing with me. So she divorced him and he still didn't choose you.
He told her that he wasn't going to choose. And she
So
stayed
basically,
3 more years.
He left it up
to her
to choose. Well, both of y'all, pretty much. If you want,
I would say both of us.
And y'all know how we do over here. So she said, and she still stayed 3 more years. This woman was married to him. So you weren't married to him. You were a side chick for, damn near a decade, y'all. Y'all help me in down below in the comment section. It's been what? It's been almost a decade. It's been what? Almost 10 years now. And he still chose somebody else over you. So y'all keep up with that, because on this channel, you don't just get to say anything, right? If you're going to say something, we're going to hold you to it. So she stayed for 3 more years and she dipped out. How many more years did you stay? Y'all hold on.
How's Atlanta for you since you've been here?
I think for me, the good piece has been getting out of the toxic place of Huntsville. It's allowed me to get like a peace of mind. And, I filed for my divorce.
I know that you want to get this divorce final, and so do I. So I'm on my turn.
So you're saying so do you? So why was last night you texting me asking me to keep our family together? So you saying you want it, so do I. I want to get this divorce over. Make up your mind.
I'm happy that you just mentioned that for us to keep the freedom.
Y'all pay attention to his mannerisms. You guys know I'm very big on mannerisms. Pay attention to his mannerisms. He can't even say what he's seeing and look her in her eye. Together.
And one of the main reasons, if you're going to say that, say everything.
Okay. What else?
So when I say keep my family together, what have I said?
Why don't you tell me?
I said that I want my kids to be raising up with their mom and their father under one.
Martell staying at home with his family or whatever he wanted to do, I was always fine with that. I too was raised in a 2-parent household. So I used to have conversations with him about, the kids being raised, in 2-parent households. I understood that completely.
Now, I want to be honest, because I think that you guys, we weren't paying attention. Martell and Ariane Coleslaw have been telling us exactly what their plans were all along. Coleslaw had no intentions on she was okay with being the side piece, right? She was okay with that. And somewhere along the line, she had a change of heart. Like she said, her and him had pillow talk about 2-parent households. Why is he having a conversation with his side piece about 2-parent households, first of all? Secondly, he created 2 broken homes from this situation, and he didn't even marry her, and he's still not with her. And Melody is onto something. She is going to say exactly what he wanted. He wanted Melody and him to be in the same household, under the same roof, raising the kids. He wanted Melody to go out, make all the money, and he wanted Ariane to be his side piece, and he wanted to have her, reap all of the benefits of Melody hard work. They've been telling us all along, and it goes back to the video where I was asking, can Martell even afford a surrogate? They had a whole plan, in my opinion, now that I'm going back and I'm watching everything.
And I said, if I were to even think about us being together, it would really be for the kids.
I don't think you want us to be together for the kids. No, sir.
Okay.
You talk about the kids, yes, but you also the way you're saying it right now is not right.
That's exactly how it was.
Oh, so you're saying that you wanted us to stay under the same roof but not be married, but their kids have their mom and dad in the same house? Is that correct?
No, let's talk about business. We getting personal.
Oh. Daddy! How y'all doing? So sweetheart. How you doing?
Obviously, because Martell and I have to co-parent, I had to give him the address of where I'm living, but not for him to be popping up. Not for him to be taking advantage of knowing where I live. He better not be popping up, doing drive-bys, having folks drive by, none of that. Like, why are you here right now?
What you doing here?
Wherever my kids are, I'm popping up.
So
we're not sleeping in the same room, Millie.
I wasn't going.
Oh, okay.
Martell joking about us being in the same room, that's a dream of his. He wish shits that I would want him to be in the same room as me. Sure.
I'm gonna sleep on the same floor with the kids.
Say what?
Sleep on the same floor with the kids.
So the bunk beds for the kids are down here on this floor, so it's not a big deal.
Oh.
Get on out my room now. Shut the door behind you now. Go on.
Goddamn room, man. Goddamn crispy white room.
Yes, that's right.
Want Martell in here, man.
No.
I ain't got that. When I see you with a dude, it was a shocker to me. You know, it's the first time me seeing something like that. So I told us coming over to condoms where you was gonna be at.
You didn't tell me you were coming here. You said, where y'all going?
I said, I'll be over there.
No.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No.
I had all intentions to come over there.
But for what?
Because I wanted to.
I saw her at a restaurant. You know, she said she was on a date. I'm like, oh, okay.
Just to see you and Melody right there together with the kids. That's the most beautiful thing in the world.
I wouldn't want to cause my children any heartbreak under any conditions. My kids, they understand what divorce means. They understand that mommy and daddy are apart. I want them to be hopeful. Hell, I'm hopeful. We'll see what God has in stores in the future.
He told her that he wasn't going to choose. And she
So
stayed
basically,
3 more years.
So while Ariane has her nose tooted up and how she tried to, I guess, make Mel seem as though she was a fool for trying to work out her marriage with her husband that she had created 4 children with is absurd. Furthermore, Mel and Martel have been divorced for what, 3-4 years now? And you, Coleslaw, are still there. And he is dating Sheree, which we all know isn't real. But again, you're willing to stay in the background for another 3-4 years. And what is it going to be? Another 3-4 years, and then another 3-4 years, and then what? You don't have a ring or anything. So you're just going to continue to get pregnant, allegedly, and what? Just mess around with him when he feels like dealing with you? At the end of the day, he never wanted to divorce Melody. He wanted to play around with you and reap the benefits that comes with being in a marriage with Melody. And I just think you look like a fool. And this is the reason why you will never be that girl. And this is the reason why Mel will always be that girl. She walked away and she's still winning. You guys comment down below and let me know your thoughts.
And then people think, you can let yourself go.
Work, 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 work.